You don't got this, man. I got this, bro. I got it. He's right. You actually don't. Nothing to see here. Let's get back to it, boys. Is Harry Maguire back? Is Erling Haaland back? Is La Masia back? It's possible. Maybe. I don't know. Champions League match week 3, everyone. Here we go. What's up, everyone? Really hope you're all doing well. I'm Tinashe. Welcome back to the channel. Go on and hit the red button. Only if you want to, though. No pressure. Harry Kane is doing exactly what everyone expected him to do in Germany. He's pretty much balling out. That match against Galatasaray added more proof that that is the case. A goal, an assist, countless potential chances, and even more runs that were unfound. Sane and Coman need some talking to for that last part. He's making the runs, boys. Find him. Kane is just fantastic. No other 9 in world football doubles as a 10 with such high levels of efficiency. He showed that side of his game for Jamal Musiala's goal that made it 3 as well. Galatasaray played a very good match here too, particularly in the first half. After that, they kind of failed to progress. Their line was too high and too easy to exploit. Their attackers weren't having any luck. Not as much luck as they did in the last game week, at least. Man United had a much improved performance this time around. Still wasn't the greatest, I must admit. They were almost a goal down within 5 minutes and were kind of lucky to get away with 3 points here, but a win is a win. Now, I've definitely been guilty of my fair share of Harry Maguire bashing in the past for his on-field performances, not for anything off the pitch. If you're one of those people that talks about him off the pitch, have a day off or something. Close the laptop screen, put the phone down, go touch some grass. But I'm pretty sure those same people that have been so critical of him, assuming they're Man United fans at least, had some very conflicting feelings when they saw Maguire use his slab to earn United's first 3 points of the current UCL campaign. Also, the man himself has joined in on the fun on Instagram, posting this. His head is indeed massive. Good for him. Andre Onana was also on a mission to make sure his name stops getting dragged through the mud. Some really good saves from him in this one that ensured the result. The most significant was a penalty save in the dying minutes of added time. Diogo Dalot over here was literally me in my underwear when watching this save happen. Alejandro Garnacho wasted what would probably have been United's goal of the season so far. A super quick and well-worked counter-attack where he took one of the worst touches known to mankind at a crucial moment. I saw someone on Reddit say that Man United were on a mission to make sure Bruno Fernandes doesn't become the assist king of the world, which makes sense. He got 8 assists all year last season in the league with an expected assist stat line of 16. Yikes. All in all, a good 3 points. No rants this week. For now. Real Madrid were hosted by SC Braga. Like clockwork, Jude Bellingham scored the goal that made the difference between Real Madrid and their opposition. He's too good right now. Top scorer in La Liga right now from the midfield. It's getting a bit boring talking about this guy every week. He just shows up, he scores, and then what am I supposed to do? Just not talk about him? I can't. I'll see you guys right here next week. Even he's bored of all of it. Casually side-foots it into the bottom right corner, doesn't even crack a smile, hugs his boy Vinicius, gets back into the game. Understandable. Have a nice day. Also, before I forget, and listen, I know I'm glazing here, but damn, what a hairline. I could never. Vinny Jr. almost made it 3, but was correctly denied due to cutting-edge technology that is yet to make its way to the richest league in world football. Premier League referees turned their TVs off as soon as they saw that, I'm sure. Technology that works is a mockery to the establishment, Braga could have sealed a comeback on a couple of occasions in this one, but were just wasteful with their chances. Unfortunately, you can't really afford to be that wasteful when you're playing against Champions League royalty. It is what it is. It's tough. You got a feel for Union Berlin at the moment. They've been playing really well in their first ever Champions League campaign, but have yet to win a single point. These are the margins you have to deal with when you're playing with the big boys. Raspadori got the winner for Napoli in this one, but it wasn't easy sailing. They had to fight for it, and on another night the result could have gone either way. All the same, to me, this group looks cut and dry. Gabriel Jesus was the star for Arsenal as they beat Sevilla. He turned both Boubakary Soumare and Nemanja Gudel and sent them back to the dark ages before sending Martinelli through on goal for the first. Then he went ahead and scored himself. Not bad. We know Sergio Ramos is getting up there in age when he's the last man and refuses to cut down a player through on goal. The game's gone. It's good news for Arsenal that Lens and PSV drew their match 1-1, and there was a lot to be admired from the goals that were scored in this match too. Johan Bakayoko with a curler from deep, and Wahi with a really good volley. I've been really impressed every time I've seen Wahi play in the Champions League so far this year. Only 20 years old. he's a top talent. Erling Haaland went scoreless for all of 2 matches before the international break and was said to be missing 2 games. That's what counts as a drought for this guy. In any case, he continued his return to scoring form against young boys, which is a crazy sentence taken out of context. 2 goals for him ensure the 3 points after young boys cancelled Akanji's opener with one of the best finishes of the week only 4 minutes later. Seriously, look at the loft on this chip by Meshak Elia. That is beautiful. Back to Haaland, he's still getting into fantastic positions. Not a lot has changed here. He's just missing the consideration of a teammate that can find him when he makes those runs. Maybe someone from Belgium could help him out or something, I don't know. Something needs to be said about the young boys' keeper too, Antonio Racciopi. 26 shots, 14 on target, only 3 goals. He had a great match despite the loss. Xavi Simons has been on a mission to prove that he's not overrated all season, and he's been doing a pretty good job of that too with RB Leipzig. He featured with yet another belter of a goal against Red Star Belgrade. On loan from PSG, you have to wonder if he'll end up taking his form back with him to Paris. But for now, his efforts contributed to a 3-1 win for the German side, keeping them in the 2nd spot in the group. Inter Milan and RB Salzburg went into their match only 1 point apart and needed something to go for them to get the win. Salzburg were on top for about 25 minutes but pretty much failed to capitalize on that, which is why they couldn't really be disappointed when Alexis Sanchez scored his first goal for Inter Milan. He's never late, he's never early, he's always on time. For every team other than Man United. Oscar Gluck equalized with a super sweet strike, what Salzburg deserved if we're being honest, but it was not meant to be, as Hakan Çalhanoğlu made sure of that with a penalty winner. 2 goals were disallowed for offsides in Benfica and Sociedad's matchup. Takefusa Kubo is some player, isn't he? With this being the first match between these 2 sides ever, La Real took control of this one. As things stand, Inter and Sociedad look likely to advance. You all saw Ronald Araujo's peach of a free kick in the intro, right? Not that big of a deal, as Barcelona ended up winning this match against Shakhtar by 2-1. Blaugrana kept their 100% record in the Champions League this year, as Fermin Lopez showed some really good finishing ability, even if 1 or 2 of his efforts were offsides. And when you think the Wonder Kid masterclass is over, 16-year-old Lamine Yamal pulls out the fancy footwork. Can you imagine being 30 years old and seeing this guy come on and just do you like this? Embarrassing. Barcelona finally look likely to make it out of the group stages of the Champions League, which is a sentence that I don't think has actually been said since, the Champions League was created, the modern Champions League, 1992. Porto dismantled Antwerp after going a goal down before the halfway point and scoring 4 in the second half. Evan Nilsson got himself a well-deserved match ball too. It's been 10 years since Celtic last won a home match in the Champions League group stages, and there were a lot of points during their match against Atletico that just took place where it looked like they were about to break the curse. Twice they were ahead against Atletico, twice they let the lead slip. Alvaro Morata is on fire this year. His headed finish was calculated to make it 2-2. It's good to see Diego Simeone and Brendan Rodgers with some post-match affection, 2 of the most happy-go-lucky managers in world football. After all, everyone has played everyone in Group F, and the final rankings are still in the air. PSG took on Milan and showed why they're the favorites to top the group. It's too bad they couldn't show that form against Newcastle though. It might have helped their case. Kylian Mbappe scored one of those goals where he fakes opening up his body only to shoot near post, something he's been doing regularly for years now. It's a great piece of skill. Every now and then, especially for people that don't watch Liga 1, you just have to remind everyone that this is why he gets paid the big bucks. Also, here is your weekly reminder that Warren Zaïre-Emery is only 17. He's only 17. Newcastle and Dortmund rounded up the group's fixtures with the German side walking away with a narrow 1-0 win. This game was truly for the goalkeepers, multiple amazing saves. It could have gone either way. Newcastle were really unlucky to walk away from this without anything. Still lots to play for though. No team is without a chance to go through here. And there we have it. Let me know what you thought about this week's Champions League fixtures. Sorry for the late release on this video. I was feeling a little bit ill. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to follow all the socials. That's all from me today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you're having a great day. Cheers, and I will catch you in the next one.